Hello Year 2s, today is Tuesday the 26th of January and I'm going to be taking you through your maths learning today. So I'm going to share my screen with you so that you can see the activities we are going to be doing today. Okay, so a bit like yesterday, could you go and get 100 square because we're going to be needing this for part of our warm-up. So pop me on pause and go and find 100 square. Welcome back. Okay, hopefully you've got 100 square in front of you. Now, before we do that activity, we're just going to practice counting in tens from the number 10 all the way to 100, and we're going to do it forwards and backwards. Okay, let's go. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, and back again. 100, 90, 80, 70, 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10. Well done. Okay, so your next warm-up activity is to colour all the squares on the 100 square that appear in the 10 times table. And I want you to tell me what pattern you notice. So put me on pause and have a go at colouring in all the numbers that appear in the 10 times table. Off you go. Welcome back. Okay, so I'm going to get my highlighter pen and we're going to do some counting in tens. And I'm going to say the times table as I do it. So 1 times 10 is 10. 2 times 10 is 20. 3 times 10 is 30. 4 times 10 is 40. 5 times 10 is 50. 6 times 10 is 60. 7 times 10 is 70. 8 times 10 is 80. 9 times 10 is 90. 10 times 10 is 100. So that's as far as my 100 square goes. But of course, our times table goes up to 12 times 10. So let's carry on with my times tables here. So then we've got 11 times 10 is 110. 12 times 10 is 120. So well done for those of you who were able to spot all the numbers in the 10 times table. What do you notice about the numbers? Do you spot any patterns? Well, let's have a look at the digits, shall we? So if we look at our tens digits and then our ones digit, what can we notice? So we've got 1 lot of 10, 2 lots of 10, 3 lots of 10, 4 lots of 10, 5 lots of 10, 6 lots of 10, 7 lots of 10, 8 lots of 10, 9 lots of 10. And when we get down here, this 1 doesn't mean a 10, it means a 100. So we've got a 3-digit number here. We've got 100, no 10s and no 1s. So well done if you spotted that pattern that we're counting in 10s and the 10s digit goes up by 1 each time, but the 1s digit stays the same, always ends in 0. So well done. Now looking at our times tables, when counting in 10s, we can count in rote from 0 to 120 quite easily. But I wonder if you could ask one of your adults in your house to challenge you by asking you to do your times table out of order. So rather than going in order, 1 times 10, 2 times 10, 3 times 10, 4 times 10, and so on, get them to give you a challenge out of order. So they might say to you, what is 7 times 10? What is 1 times 10? What is 8 times 10? What is 12 times 10? See if you can recall your 10 times table quickly out of order. Before we carry on, I just wanted to point out something else, which is a really good thing to remember, and that is our 0 times 10. I'm going to highlight it for you. 0 times 10. So if you times anything by 0, the answer is always 0. So remember that. Okay, let's carry on. Right, let's look at our learning intention for today. So I can divide by 10, and you're going to need to use your 10 times table knowledge to help you with this. And we've got a problem that I would like you to solve. I'll read it out to you, and then I want you to pop me on pause and have a go at it, and then come back to me and we will look at it together. So it says, the apples for year 2 are ordered in packs of 10. How many packs can be made from the apples below? So we've got some apples here. And then it says, can you write this as a number sentence? And they've given you the number sentence structure here without the numbers in it. So you know it's a division, and we know we've got an equal sign here. So you need to write the division number sentence to match your answer. Okay, so pop me on pause and then come back to me when you've had a chance to have a go at that. I'll see you in a minute. Welcome back. Okay, so let's see if we can unpick this problem and use our knowledge of multiplication and division to help us. So I've got my apples here, and does anyone notice what this group of apples looks like? Thinking back to your work on multiplication. If you said it looks like an array, you would be right. So well done for those of you who remembered that term. So yes, we've got an array of apples here. And so that should help me to put them into groups. So I'm going to put them into groups of 10 because it says that the apples from year 2 are in packs of 10. So I'm going to group my apples in 10s. So let's just see how many are in each row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so there are 10 in one row. And then 10 in my other row. And then 10 in my final row. Now, if we were writing a multiplication number sentence for this array, what would we write? Think about our lots of, we've got 3 lots of 10. So if we were writing a multiplication, we would write 3 times 10. So how many apples have we got all together there then? So we need to count in tens 3 times. 10, 20, 30. So we know that we've got 30 apples there to start with. So in our division number sentence, can you remember which number needs to go first in a division number sentence? Well done if you said the number 30, the biggest number. So I'm going to start with 30 here in my number sentence. 30. Now, what are we dividing it by? Let's have a look. They come in packs of 10. So we're trying to work out how many packs can be made. So we need to divide the total number of apples, which is 30, by how many can go in a pack. So we're going to do 30 divided by 10. So then have a look at our array here and have a look at how many groups I've got. I've got 1 group of 10, 2 groups of 10, 3 groups of 10. So 30 divided by 10 equals 3. So can you see the relationship between multiplication and division? So we've used our understanding of multiplication and our understanding of arrays to help solve this problem. If we were going to use a number line to help us, how do you think we could have done that? I'll write the number sentence again for you. Let's have a look. I'm going to write it up the top here. So we knew we had 30 apples altogether, and we're dividing those by 10 because we know that 10 can go in each bag or each pack. So I've got a numbered number line here. So remember, we start on 0. We're getting up to 30. That's our target number. And we're counting in lots of 10. So this is our group of 10. So let's do 1 jump of 10 to land on 10. and then another jump of 10 to land on 20, and another jump of 10 to land on 30. So how many lots of 10 go into 30? 1 lot of 10, 2 lots of 10, 3 lots of 10. So 30 divided by 10 equals 3. If you didn't have a number line, we can easily do it just with a straight line. So remember, we start on 0. Our target number is 30. Here we go. We're going to count in tens until we get to 30. So we've got 10, 20, 30. So 3 lots of 10 go into 30. Okay. I'm going to show you what it looks like as a multiplication number sentence. 3 times 10 equals 30. So 3 times 10 is the inverse of 10 divided by, sorry, the inverse of 30 divided by 10. And I've also got a repeated addition number sentence here. 3 times 10 is the same as saying 10, add 10, add 10. Brilliant. Well done if you have managed to solve that problem. Right, let's carry on and look at what we're going to be doing next. So we need to remind ourselves of the vocabulary that we use for division. So we've got divide, divided by, divided into, share, meaning separate or split up, share equally, it meaning each part has to be fair, the same as each other, and equal groups of. So keep those words in your mind. Okay, I've got another problem for you to help me solve. So we'll do this one together. You might want to have a piece of paper in front of you and draw a line on your piece of paper so that you can do a number line with me. Okay, so let's read the problem. There are 70 fish and 10 hungry emperor penguins. The fish are shared equally between the penguins. How many fish will each penguin have to eat? So let's highlight the important information, shall we? So we've got 70 fish altogether, and they're going to be shared by 10 penguins, and we need to share them equally. So what would our calculation be? What do you think? Call it out to the screen. Try, remember, it will be a division calculation. Let's see if you were right. You should have said 70 divided by 10 equals. So now we need to work out the answer. So I'm going to be counting in tens on my number line to see how many tens go into 70. So on your piece of paper, hopefully you've got a line. I want you to write the number 0 at the end of your number line on the left-hand side of your number line. And we're going to count in tens. And our target number is 70. That's what we've got to get up to. Okay. So let's go. What is 10 more than 0? 10. 10 more than 10? 20. 10 more than 20? 30. 10 more than 30? 40. 10 more than 40? 50. 10 more than 50? 60. 10 more than 60 is 70. Have we reached our target number? We have. How many lots of 10 have we got? We've got 1 lot of 10, 2 lots of 10, 3 lots of 10, 4 lots of 10, 5 lots of 10, 6 lots of 10, 7 lots of 10. So our answer is 7. 7 what? We need to write fish, don't we? So you need to write fish. 7 fish is your answer. Well done. Okay, now when faced with a larger number, we need to think about using our 10 times table knowledge to make more efficient jumps on the number line. So here I've got 150 divided by 10. Now, if I'm going to count on a number line in tens to 150, that's going to take quite a lot of time and I might miscount. So it'd be easier to use my times table knowledge. So what times table knowledge do you know about the 10 times table? Well, let's write some down, shall we? Let's see. We know that 10 times 10 is 100. So that might help us, mightn't it? What else do we know? What else might help us? We know that 1 times 10 is 10. That might help us. What else do we know? We know that 2 times 10 is 20. Bear with me with my writing on the screen, it's quite tricky. Another one that might help us, 5 times 10. What is 5 times 10? Everyone call it out to the screen. 5 times 10 equals, hopefully you've all said 50. Well done. Okay, so now we're going to use our times table knowledge to make some efficient jumps on the number line. So what number do I need to start on my number line? Well done. If you said 0, you're absolutely right. I'm going to start on 0. So 0, here it is. Now, which would be the one I could use first? What's going to be the biggest jump I could do? So let's have a look, which is the biggest number? 100, 10, 20, 50, or 100. Okay, so I could do a big jump of 10 times 10. So I simply do a jump like this. Remember, it doesn't matter how many squares you've done, it's just representation. And land on 100, like that. And then write what I've done. So this is 10 lots of 10, or you can just write 10 times 10. So I've got to 100. So let's do my part whole. So I've done 100 out of my 150. 150 is my target number. What's left? If I've counted to 100, what is left? I've got to get 50 more. Oh, well, let's have a look at our times tables on the right-hand side in red. Do any of these equal 50? Yes, we've got our 5 times 10. Look, so I could do a jump of 5 times 10 to add our 50 onto our 100. So 5 times 10 is 50, 100 add 50 is 150. So then the last thing we need to do is we need to count how many jumps we've all done all together. So let's have a look. We've got 10 lots of 10 and 5 lots of 10. What is 10 add 5? Everyone call it out to the screen. 10 add 5 is 15. Well done. So 150 divided by 10 equals 15. We can check we are right to see if 15 times 10 is 150. So let's count in tens 15 times. You might need to use your fingers just to keep track of how many tens we're doing. Okay, you ready? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150. Well done. It is right. 150. Fantastic. Good number work, everyone. Okay, so over to you now, your challenge. On the planning document on Padlet, there are some division problems for you to solve, but I've also got them up on the screen here, so you can always pause the video and have them up on screen in front of you. Just like yesterday, there's a mixture of word problems and division calculations for you to solve. If it's a word problem, you will need to unpick the problem and find the important information and write a division number sentence for that word problem. So I'd like you to have a go at those and then send in your work to the Year 2 email. If you get through those nice and quickly, there is an extra challenge again on the planning document, but it is up here on the screen, so you can always pause the screen and have a go. at this extra challenge. So well done today for some super duper maths, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Take care now.